Hello everyone, and you are welcome to another insightful session right here on this channel with me, Tete. So today we would be looking at how you can fill the DAAD application form for the Helmut-Schmidt program. Okay, so the Helmut-Schmidt program is also known as the Public Policy and Good Governance program. I previously spoke about it in one of my videos. The link to that video is going to be in the description of this video, but we are particularly going to look at how you can fill the application form. Okay, that is going to be part of the documents that you are going to submit as part of your DAAD Helmut-Schmidt program. Okay. So now that we are on the homepage of the Helmut-Schmidt Scholarship program, we click on the application form. Okay. So once you click on the application form, it is going to open another web page for you. Okay. So once you are here, kindly download the form. Okay. Once you have the downloaded form, you can open the form with any PDF viewer. Okay, but then I would advise you to use the Microsoft Edge PDF viewer. It is on any Windows computer, and if you have a MacBook, you can always download the Microsoft Edge browser, and then the PDF viewer is attached to the browser, because it is going to be very easy for you to fill the form using this PDF viewer. Okay, so now you have the form. Like I said in my previous video, don't get confused. The writings are in German and English as well. Okay, so you can see the German wordings here, and then you can see the English wordings here. Okay, so now let's start filling in the form. So the first part is the name. So you click on the empty space here. I would advise you to use capital letters. So just hit the caps lock on your keyboard and then you type in your name. Okay, so I put in here Tete. And then the second part is nationality. I am Ghanaian. Okay, so I am Ghanaian. And then the next part, you have to read very carefully. Application for so take one program only. Okay, so we are going to take the study scholarship for a postgraduate course with relevance to developing countries. Okay, so this is the box that we are going to take. And then we come to the next part. Okay, this is where you attach your photograph. Okay, you cannot do it directly here, so you would need a separate application to attach your photograph digitally. There are a lot of applications that you can use to attach a photograph to a PDF digitally. You can definitely search that on Google. Alternatively, you can always finish filling in the form and then print it out. After printing it out, you attach your photograph, and then after that you scan it back into the computer and then save it as a PDF. It is quite a long process, but definitely just Google how to attach a photograph to a PDF file and you would be able to attach your photograph here. Okay, so moving on, let's continue filling in the form. So it is written here, surname. Okay, please use exactly the same name as in your passport. Okay, so the first thing that you put here is your surname. So I put in my surname here, that is Tay, and then my first names. So I put in Tete here. Okay, so you put in your names there, and then are you male, female? Okay, so you put in here, I'm a male. So with the academic title, it's either you are a Mr. or a Miss or a Mrs. Okay, so I'm just going to put here Mr. So it depends on what you are, and then you put that there. Okay, so after putting in your academic title, then you put in your date of birth. Okay, so the day, the month, and then the year. Okay, so the day, the month, and then the year. After that, your place of birth, you fill that too. So I put in La. Then the country of birth, that is Ghana. Okay, so your marital status, whether you are married or you are single. So I choose that I am single. And then the number of children, I do not have any children, so you can put in NA, that means non-applicable, or you can put the number of children there if you have. Then the country of permanent residence, I am going to put in Ghana. Okay, then now the mailing address where you may be contacted at any time until taking up a possible scholarship. Okay, so the street name, so let's say the street name is Labadi, and then the country zip code would be 233, and then the country is Ghana. Okay, then you put in your telephone. Always remember to use +233. Okay, that represents the 0 in Ghana. Okay, 271756151, and then you put in your email address as well, mastertete@yahoo.com. Okay, then you put in your secondary school education, where you had your secondary school. Okay, so I put in here Agri Memorial Senior High School. Okay, so you put in your school there. Then you put in the month and the year that you started to the month and year that you completed. Okay, so I remember starting school, I think in October 2008, and completing somewhere in May 2012. Okay, so I put that there. And then the type of examination. Okay, so I wrote the WASSCE examination. Okay, so you can find out the full meaning of WASSCE, because I have forgotten the meaning. I'm not too sure. I don't want to make a mistake. So just find out the name of the examination and write that in full there. Okay, but for the purpose of filling in the form very quickly, I just put the WASSCE there, and then the original name of the examination is WASSCE as well. Okay, so the month awarded, the month that you finally got your certificate, you put that there. I don't remember the date, so I'm just going to put the year I completed there. Okay, so I'm going to put 0405 2012 there, and then the grade, you put your final aggregate there. Okay, so let's put maybe 7 there. And then this is what? Higher education, that is university, degree, or other degree awarding institution. Okay, so from 2012 to 2016 at the University of Ghana, and then the subject I'm going to put here, social work. Okay, and then major subjects and then subsidiary subjects. So the major subject was social work. Okay, and then the minor was sociology. Okay, so if you don't have the minor, you just put in NA, that means not applicable. Okay, so the year that I did all these courses, social work, was from 2012 to 2016, and then this one was from 2012 to 2015. Okay, so you put in the years there. So the next part is asking you if you are still affiliated with any university. If you are still affiliated with your university, that is, maybe you are still working there or something, you can put that here. But if not, you can always leave it blank, or you can write non-applicable. Okay, then with the next part, they're asking you your degrees held. Okay, so now you can put in here the day. Okay, so maybe the day that you graduated. Mostly on your degree certificate, the day that you graduated is stated on it. I'm speaking from the Ghanaian perspective, especially from the University of Ghana. So maybe you have your date 24 May. Okay, let's say 2012. Okay, that is the day. So after you put in the date, then the exact degree title. Okay, so it is a what? A bachelor's degree. Okay, so it's a bachelor's. So you can just put in bachelor's degree. Okay, and then the subject is what? Social work. Okay, so you put that here, and then the degree result. Okay, so it will depend on the class that you got. So you can put in here first class honors, second class honors, or second class upper or lower. So let's say first class. Okay, so you can just put here first class. Okay, then you do that, and then we look at degrees expected before taking up a possible scholarship. So if you are currently on another degree and you expect to graduate very soon, you can put that here, but we are not on any other degree, so we leave this place blank, or you can always put non-applicable. It depends on your preference. Okay, then we scroll down. Okay, so the next thing is that choice of host university or institution in Germany. Okay, so we have about 7 schools that you could choose from, and then with the 7 schools you have the option of choosing or applying to at least 2 institutions. Okay, so once you have the name of the university, let's kindly check out the schools so that we are very sure we do not make any mistake. Okay, so let's look at information about the master's courses, and now let's look at the schools. Okay, so the schools are here. Okay, so let's choose one school. So let's say University of Applied Sciences. Okay, so I just copy this school. Okay, and then I go back to the form, and then I put in that school here. Okay, so that is the first school that we would be applying to. If you have an additional school, you can always check out the schools and then put in the next school here. Okay, and then why have you chosen this school? Okay, so you just explain. I chose this school because I believe, and then you continue your reason why you chose the school. Okay, and then chosen field of study specialization at the German host university. Okay, so all these schools have specializations. Okay, so now let's look at the specialization. This is the specialization: management in non-profit organizations. Okay, so I just copy it and then I come back to my phone and then I put the specialization here, but it's not in cap locks, so I just have to change everything to cap locks. So I just cancel and I rewrite it: management in non-profit organizations. Okay, so let me just change this to cap locks. Okay, University of Applied Sciences Osnabrück. Okay, so I change everything to caps lock. All right, so moving on. Do you intend to obtain a degree? Yes. So what degree? Degree. So you can write degree in management, so you can repeat the specialization. Okay, so degree in management in non-profit organizations. Okay, so that is it. If so, at the German institution, yes. Okay, then you click on yes here, and then study / research projects in Germany. If you have any study or research projects you're already on, you can put that here, but then we can leave this blank because we do not have any study projects we want to fill in. And then the next part is which academic referees have submitted a report for your application. Okay, please give name, academic field, and then the university or institution. So this is for the person who recommended you, that is your referee. So let's say the person is Tetete, so I'm using myself as my reference, so Tetete, and then social work, and then put here University of Ghana. So it depends on the person who gave you the reference, okay? So if the person is not in an institution, in a university, you can always put the where the person works here, and then the title of the person, and then the name, okay? Always bear that in mind. So do you have any, we are looking at language skills now, and then since when and where have you been learning German? I have not been learning German, so you can always leave it blank or put non-applicable here. And then please attach DAAD language certificate and others if applicable. Remember, you would be using your English language proficiency letter from your university. So the knowledge of other languages, you put here English, okay? So once you put here English, and then always take very good because you speak fluent English, okay? So then the next part is, have you received a DAAD scholarship in the past? Of course, no. And then, are you or have you been sponsored by other institutions? Either yes or no. So I click on no. Are you applying under another DAAD program for the same period of time? So you just click on no. And then, are you currently applying to other institutions? Okay, so if you are applying to another institution, for example, if you put 2 institutions here, then of course you have to write that you are applying to another institution. But then we are looking at only one institution, so we click on no, okay? But if you are applying to another institution, you put the name of the institution here, okay? Mind you, if you clicked on no, you leave the place empty. But then if yes, what decision have you received? Okay, so you have not received any decision yet from your university because you are now filling in the form. So you just put here no decision yet. Okay, so you put here no decision yet. Okay, so this part reads previous visits abroad for study or work for at least 1 month. Okay, so if you have studied abroad before, you fill in this part. Okay, but let's take it for instance, you have not studied abroad before because you are coming from Ghana or Nigeria. Remember, to be eligible for the program, you must have been domiciled in your country for at least 15 months. But then if you have traveled before, you can always fill in these details. Okay, so now we are looking at the next part, which reads practical or professional work experience during or after your high school education. Remember, the professional or practical works experience is very pertinent to the whole application process for this scholarship. Okay, so you have to fill in, remember, from to where, and then the type of work, and then your position. Okay, so let's say from you started working from 2016 to date. I'm still working. Okay, and where am I working? And I put in here Ministry of Gender. Okay, you put in the details here, the type of work. So we are doing what? Social welfare. Okay, so social welfare programs. So it depends on the type of work that you are doing, and then your professional status. So I am a social development officer. Okay, so you put in the details there. Okay, so then the next part says present professional occupation. Please enclose written proof. Okay, so I repeat here, social development officer, and then just make sure that as part of your documents you upload your letter of employment. Okay, always make sure to add that as part of your documentations when you are submitting this form to the school. Okay, so will you be granted leave of absence for your stay in Germany? So you have to state here whether you would be granted leave of absence or if you would be resigning from your position to be able to study. So let's say yes, I would be given leave of absence. Then you have to prove that, okay, with a letter of confirmation that you would be granted leave of absence. If no, then you click on no. If yes, you click on yes. So it depends. And then if you would be granted leave of absence, will you be paid? So let's say would be granted leave of absence, I chose yes, and then will I be paid? I choose no. Okay, and then what professional career do you envisage? So what do you want to be in the future? So let's say I want to be what do I want to be in the future? Say I want to be a professor. Professor of social work. So I write that down. Okay, what are your extracurricular interests? So let's say I am interested in watching football. So I put that down, and then the next part reads other information or remarks which seem important to you in connection with this application. So if you have other remarks or anything that you think is going to be important for you during this whole application process, you can always put that here as well. If not, you can always leave it blank. And then now, name and address of person to be notified in case of emergency. Okay, so in case of emergency, who can be contacted? Okay, so you put in the details here. I'm going to put here myself, but then you should always remember to put in the name of the person who's supposed to be notified in case of emergency, the street name, and I'm going to write Labadi. Okay, then the post office box, so PO box. Then you continue the rest, the land or the country, that is Ghana, and then you put the email here, master@yahoo.com. Put that there, and then the telephone +233 271 756 151, and then the state is La. Okay. Country code is 233. Sorry, I wasn't filling it in a particular order. Okay, so after that, then you put in your place here. Okay, so where you are currently, so you can write Accra, Ghana. Okay, then the date, let's say 24th April. Okay, April is 4-2024, and then you put your signature here. Okay, so one reason why I wanted you to use the Microsoft Edge browser is because here you can always put in your signature yourself. Okay, so you can just click on draw. It's at your left hand side. Okay, so you click on draw, and then you just choose the color black, and then if you want to make it more thicker, you just choose, and then you just sign here. Okay, you just use your touchpad to sign or do whatever you want to do as your signature, and that is it. You have filled your DAAD form. Okay, and after this you just save it. Okay, after that you just save it, and then that is it. You are good to go. You add it as part of your documents that you would be submitting to the institution. Mind you, you have some time to look at the institutions and look at the course that you want to apply for. However, in my subsequent videos, we are also going to look at the institutions one after the other, but then you can always look at the institutions and start your applications on your own. But if you're having any challenges, in subsequent videos, I would be diving into how you can submit all the documents to the various schools and then start the whole application as well. I wish you all the best, and I will definitely catch you on the flip side. Stay blessed, and I am out.